Welcome to the Monster Hunter Podcast Show. It's episode 22 for the 14th January 2011. Hi and welcome to the Monster Hunter Podcast. I'm Krystian from Game Design Reviews.
Hey everyone, this is Social Dissonance, also known as Shepard from YouTube.
And I'm Nick Malone. I actually just started another blog, a new blog. It's getting myself ready for PhD school.
Oh, this is pretty cool. What's the link?
It's just myname.com, so nicklalone.com.
Oh, nice. We're going to post it definitely in the show notes. I saw the blog and it's actually pretty nifty. Did you use some kind of WordPress thing or something?
Yes, it's a WordPress blog, and I had to learn a lot about style sheets recently.
Oh, wow. It looks really, really professional.
Well, that's good.
Congratulations!
Yay!
Yay! So this is not a podcast about WordPress. It's the podcast about three Monster Hunter enthusiasts who decided to come together on a weekly basis to discuss strategies and share our experience. And today, as you can see, we are not really in a Monster Hunter game yet, but instead you see my kind of creepy disembodied hands.
And a beer. What is that? What brand is that, Krystian?
That is some excellent Kölsch beer. Kölsch is the city I'm living in, and they have a very special kind of a brand that's here. Kölsch. It's a very special beer that's only able to that's only brewed here in this specific city. And many people think that it is a very weak beer and that it tastes like water, but I kind of like it.
Sounds very refreshing.
So cheers, but also drink responsibly.
Yes, absolutely. And only when you're above your age limit in your country.
Definitely. Whenever you live, it kind of depends,
I have a beer story.
Oh.
Recently, Krystian and I put in orders for a groom's keg and a bride's keg of beer.
Oh my.
Of beer brewed in my hometown, or not my hometown, but the town that I'm living in currently, San Marcos.
Well, that is certainly sounds very Texan. That sounds awesome.
It's going to be amazing.
Wow.
My wedding will be amazing.
Oh wow! What's a keg?
A lot of beer.
Oh! I know you. So it's like a barrel of beer.
Yes.
Yeah, like a quarter barrel of beer.
Good times.
We're gonna have 2 kegs and I believe a margarita bar.
That sounds pretty fun.
That sounds like good times.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so we are going to... The reason why we have this very complicated setup, and trust us, the technology behind this is really amazing because we have like so many cables here and so inconvenient. But the reason... there are 2 reasons actually for doing this. One of the reasons is that we wanted to show you... Because a lot of people were actually asking us on how the claw works. So I'm going to move this thing... let me move... a window away so I can see actually what I'm seeing, what you guys see. So there we go. So this is a PSP, and you see that this little knob here, you can kind of move it around with your thumb. This little knob controls your character, and these the digital thing controls the camera. And so if you kind of want to use both at the same time, right? So I don't know how you guys do it, Shepard and Nick. But as you can see, I have enormous hands. They are the hands of giants.
Yeah, it looks huge.
Yes, and so for me it looks like this. I put my finger, my pointy finger, where I point at people and say, "You posted in." No, I shouldn't say. Right? You posted bad things in the comments section. So I put this finger right across the digital pad. And put my thumb over here, and then I can kind of tilt the directional pad with my long finger and with my thumb, I can move the character at the same time. The only challenge is that you aren't supposed. That it's very difficult to not press up or down by accident. So it takes a little practice, and also it's not really that's the claw, right? It's not really comfortable.
Does not look comfortable. Your hands are so large.
Oh, well, they are large, especially because of the camera position. But
yeah,
yes.
it's a bit easier if you've got smaller hands.
Yes.
I think. Maybe there should be an extra large sized PSP for people with big hands.
Oh, this would be like a PSP extra large, like the DS.
Yeah.
DS also has like a huge DS version. I think that's
Yeah,
a good
PSP XL with something with like a larger sized directional pad and analog. Like, I'm sure when the original Xbox came out, you were probably pretty comfortable with, what did they call it, the Brute, the Earl? What was the original thing called?
Back then, I didn't have an Xbox yet, so
Okay.
I don't know. But I'm actually quite comfortable with the Xbox controller right now. Many people also commented that this kind of setup, this claw setup, wouldn't work on an 3DS.
What do you think?
I don't know. Have you seen images of the 3DS?
I think they're right. I think it's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, to do it because, I mean, just show on the camera what it would kind of look like, with your hands if the the directional pad and analog were flipped.
Yeah, so it would be like this, but I don't know. That doesn't work very well indeed, because
maybe you'll have to move the analog with your index finger. That sounds very uncomfortable.
Some people suggested that maybe you can kind of control something by using the touch screen.
Yeah, I mean, at the very worst, we could always do what Nick used to do and just tap the left shoulder button furiously.
It's worked for me.
Go like this, right? All the time.
Yeah, and just use that to kind of reorientate yourself, which is not really ideal, but I mean, it's doable. I mean, you're not gonna die from it. You just may take like an extra 30 seconds to a minute when you fight a monster.
Well, sometimes it's kind of cool to see if a monster is chasing you when you're running away.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
That's the reason. But otherwise, you can still use just this button and reposition the camera. It's not the perfect solution, and Monster Hunter is well known for kind of not really convenient controls anyway.
Yeah, Monster Hunter plays you. You don't play Monster Hunter.
Yes, that's how we do it. And then at some point you will go like this all the time, like. Okay, so that was the first reason why we had this camera set up, but the real reason why we have the camera set up is, should I unveil it now?
Do it. Drum roll.
Ta-da!
Woo! Wow, that is awesome.
We are going to do a live unboxing video of this thing. A friend of mine was in Japan, and I begged him to buy me one of these. Well, actually, of course, I gave him some money, and to actually find me one of these, because apparently he was in Tokyo, and it was very, very difficult to find it. He was in Akihabara, and it was completely sold out.
Wow. Where'd he go? What did he have to do?
Well, he went everywhere in Akihabara, and then they told him that maybe he would be able to get one when he goes like to some underground trading things, and he was like, "No, I'm not going to do that," and I can totally understand. So the thing he did was to order it on Amazon.
Okay.
And it kind of worked, but the problem is the payment was still a little bit tricky, because Amazon in Japan works a little bit different with the payment stuff. And also he wasn't really sure if it arrives on time, but he kind of organized a person he knows there, and the person was kind of, they said they would send it to him if it arrives too late. Unfortunately, it arrived like 1 day before he left, so many people died to bring us this.
Many people died to get video of this on the podcast.
Oh yes, this as well.
Yeah.
So we are going to do an unboxing of this. It looks kind of like it has been already opened, but that's only I got it like this.
That was probably Customs that did that, right?
We're doing it live, so
yeah.
So maybe inside is only like a brick or something. Or maybe inside there are like only individual pieces because it broke during the transport or something. I have no idea.
Wow.
But I can tell you that I have brought every available lamp in my entire flat to get enough light on this thing. Because I've been going through a lot of YouTube videos with unboxing stuff just to get a feel of what you should be doing in an unboxing video, and I can tell you some people are doing the most disgusting stuff when unboxing stuff in like the worst setup possible, right? So they're doing it like in the living room, and the cat is kind of in the background, and there are socks lying around and stuff like that. And it's kind of like through a very low quality, I don't know, cell phone camera, and everything's grainy, and you can't see anything. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, this looks like a shrine to Monster Hunter. This looks like a shrine to the PSP. Like light from above is descending onto it. Looks wonderful.
I almost don't want to open it, but I will. So let us.
Yeah, what's that sticker? Is that just like a shipping sticker?
I think so. Maybe it's a sticker of from them. There's a date on it. It sells 11/1. Maybe it's like a shipment sticker or something. I don't know. It looks fancy, right?
It does.
It looks like there's space for it, so it looks like it should be there. Also, I noticed this thing. It says like region 2. There's some kind of region coding after all.
That's bizarre.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because of UMD or something.
But I think UMDs are region free, so even still that doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. It's a very small package, if you see. I mean, I expect something a little bit bigger, I think. I'm not sure. I think it's a very cool box. There's lots of Japanese on it. I mean, this looks very in your face, but it completely misses the point for us because we don't understand anything. There is some cool this is the starting armor, right, for Monster Hunter 3rd.
Yeah, the Yukomo armor.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool for the very first armor you get.
It's probably the coolest starting armor that's ever been given to you. That's for sure. It's also very useful.
Yeah, can you do something useful with it later on?
I forget what skills the high rank one has, but low rank you get whim and protection, I think, which are both decent enough skills for your very first set. So you get to keep your mining materials around for just a little bit longer while you're using it, and for your first fight, you might take a couple extra hits due to protection. I
was kind of surprised that this armor was used extensively in the demo. I would think that in the demo they would show a little bit more of the later armors to kind of get you hooked.
It's just looking at, because I'm wearing the armor right now. It's whim, protection, and then you have 7 points in expert.
Ooh,
that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty
expert.
Decent. And how many slots are in it, Nick?
Let me see. There are 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. There's exactly.
How convenient.
Yeah.
So on the front, that's kind of really weird because on the front you see the back of the PSP, right?
Yes. Yeah, because they want to show something off, right?
They want to show the special things, this design stuff, and then you can see on the top, you can see kind of the menu and stuff like this, which is kind of also like a big deal, but it's really tiny. I mean, if you compare it to my hand, it's kind of weird because it doesn't really look like they're showing what's inside on the package. And I really like this thing, and we're going to open it right now. I really like this thing. There's the cat on the thing that's holding it together, like a tiny cat, and he's like making a very funny face. Okay, so this is the first time I'm seeing this. Oh wow.
I'm like holding my breath for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, it's in one piece, I think. So inside we have lots of stuff. I'm gonna go for the real deal later on. So first of all, this is the AC adapter, and I already see that I will have problems using this because in Europe we have a very, very different adapter.
I was gonna say, is that gonna do you any good? I don't think so.
I don't think so, but I hope that the other part, like this thing looks familiar. So I probably will able to use my old one from my old PSP. So I guess,
I would just plug in your old adapter. That would make the most sense.
Yes, of course, because I can't use this. This won't go into my socket. Then we have that's actually already the interesting part. I'm going to open this one right now. So this is like a brochure inside, but here is a very important, very significant part of the entire package. Actually, it's the battery.
Does that seem larger than the normal battery? Can you tell?
Yes, it is. It kind of looks a little bit, like it's protruding a little bit, like it's a little bit convex. Convex.
Because I think they said that you get like an extra size battery.
Well, it is
for playing Monster Hunter.
It says it's 2,200 milliampere. And I'm gonna just take my old PSP, which is, as you can see, it's a 2004. It's a PSP 2004, so it's not the most recent PSP, but it's still fairly recent, I think. And if you get it out, this is the old battery. So this is the battery that was supplied with the old PC. Yes, it's much smaller, the old battery, actually, if you compare it.
Oh, yeah. It's like half the size, kind of, right? Almost.
Yes. And
maybe... Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, from thickness, it's almost like a half of it. Let me show it to you a little bit better. Yeah, I'm going to align them. Yes. There we go. So yeah, it's much thinner, and actually it kind of says on it it's 1,200 milliampere.
Oh, so you got exactly double the battery.
Almost double the battery. Yeah. So this is some really interesting high performance battery that we're being supplied with. And then let me put this stuff away. So then we have like this brochure with, I guess it's how to use the thing. Nobody will read this.
Yeah, is that all in Japanese, or does it have other languages too?
It's only Japanese.
Okay.
But it's colored. I think that's really weird. Normally those...
That's a lot better. Yeah, that's a lot better than what we normally get, right?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I really like Japanese like manuals. They always have these very nice illustrations and stuff like that. You know, like things like here. Oh, and never mind. Okay, so then we have even more stuff. This is some kind of, I don't know what this is. I guess this is kind of like stuff you can buy for your PSP. Like this is, I guess, a camera and stuff like that.
Little accessory guide.
Yeah, some of the accessories I'm not really familiar with. Like, I don't know what this is. Oh, that's a GPS sensor here. It says GPS.
No way.
Yes,
They've got a GPS for it? Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool. I would totally use my PSP as a GPS.
What can you do with GPS? Maybe they have some special games that weren't released in...
Well, they have a lot of proximity games. So if you're near somebody, your character will fight them like The World Ends With You.
Okay, so
I don't know if you ever played that.
Yeah, I heard about it. So does it kind of work like cat exchanging in Monster Hunter 3rd?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So this is like a warranty, I think, and this is some kind of warnings, a lot of exclamation points, nothing interesting. So let's go to the next thing. So we have still plenty of more. Here's the other part of the AC adapter, and it looks pretty much, yeah, it looks like a very standard plug here. So I will probably, you can even use this part as for the stuff I have. I only have to exchange the cable that goes directly into the plug, into the socket from the brick. So lots of people asked if you can use this, if you import this, if you can use this in other countries, and if you exchange this part of the cable, then you can. Oh, I don't know. Is this American? Does this look like American?
It does.
Okay, so
yeah, the Japan and the US have actually pretty much the same electronics when it comes to TVs and game systems.
So
because we forced them to.
Is that why?
I sense some history behind it.
Oh, I thought they forced us by just creating all the really good electronics. I didn't know that's how it worked.
Well, we created them first.
Oh, and they just perfected them.
It's like in Star Wars, you know. I created you, but I'm the master. Okay, so. So this is the final. The one thing that I really find a little bit disappointing, it really looks very bland inside. I would have expected a little bit more, like an user experience opening it. You know what I mean?
I would expect like a keychain or something in there too.
Rathian's head instead of just plain cardboard.
Or maybe, or at least, colored. If you open a Wii, in a Wii you have like these drawers, and there's drawer 1 with stuff in it, and drawer 2 and stuff and not like this labyrinth of cardboard. It's kind of a very standard, very old school way of packing things. So this is it.
Oh man. Ooh, look at those grips.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so my first impression, it feels rubbery.
Like rubbery, like how would you compare it to?
It's like if you take the old PSP, let me take it a little bit. So if you take this is smooth. Like this is like hard plastic, right?
Yep.
but this feels like the grip of a steering wheel.
Okay, maybe like a cell phone membrane, like a cell phone protector you would put on.
Maybe I don't. Well, it feels you can hold it much better, I think, because there is first of all, it doesn't smear. Like if you take this there, you immediately have like when you hold it somewhere, then you immediately have like marks on it, like you know what I mean, like a film on it.
Yeah, they can leave fingerprints all over it.
Exactly, and this feels much more. It feels. Oh, I know how it feels. It feels like a professional photo camera.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
That is nice.
Oh wow, the impression is actually much more intense when you actually hold it. You know, on the photos it didn't look so premium, but it is actually quite premium. So the problem is this is a 3000 model, and I have previously had the 2000 model, so it's also kind of like a hardware improvement in general. So let us go through the things that are new. Can you actually see it? Yeah, I can see it like this.
Yeah, get as close to the directional pad and analog as you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Wait a minute, I'm gonna put this light over here so we can actually see it. So there is the point, the important thing about the thing, that this part here, the analog knob, has been replaced by a slightly different shaped one.
That looks like the PSP Go's little nub.
Is the PSP Go snap also like going inwards?
Is that going in?
Yes, it does a little bit. Can you see it now?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, you can definitely see it.
The PSP Go's does not.
And is it hard like the old PSP nub, or is it a little rubberized too?
It is hard like the old one.
Okay, but it's concave.
Yes, it's concave, and it's actually not really much larger. I was kind of expecting that it would be much larger, but it's actually the same size. It just go inwards, and the texture of it is also the same. So it's also like they're like it's like sandpaper a little bit.
Yeah, like hard sandpaper.
Yeah, which I guess makes sense because you need the grip, but I don't know. I thought they would change. So this is actually a little bit less than I expected. I thought this would be like a really, really big deal.
Yeah, I was expecting it would be rubberized like the outside.
Yeah.
But I mean, how does it feel when you do the claw?
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, wow. Okay, it's different because of a different reason. On the back, you see that there are these protrusions here, right? Mm-hmm. They actually allow you. They're actually better for my huge hands because I have like more real estate to hold on to. So if you look at the old PSP, you kind of see that it's flat, like it's flush with the cover of the UMD. And here you see that it's not flush. It's like there are like these protrusions, like these, I don't know, these cushions,
but more like grips for your hands.
Yeah, there. So when you hold it, you can kind of, you're holding there. You have like a more to hold on to. It's not like very flat, but you can kind of relax your fingers a little bit. And when you do the claw, it feels good. It feels really solid. I don't know what the difference will be when you will start playing it. So we're going to play with this thing actually just in a minute. So we're going to tell you if it makes any difference when you're actually playing it.
Yeah. The only other thing is, can you get some close-ups of those decals? I see one under the buttons.
So let me see. I want to also, because it's black, it's kind of difficult to film it. So here's one decal, and it's like a flame or something. I don't know.
Looks like is that like an eye? Maybe that stands for like the hot springs, sort of.
Oh, that could be. Yes, it's certainly it is. I guess it's like the symbol maybe of the village you're starting in.
Yeah, maybe that's a symbol. Oh, you know what? It is, because everything's got that symbol on it.
Yes. So this one are just underneath the buttons, and then you can see that the loudspeakers have like this paw. And they look like a paw of a cat. Which, well,
I see that.
I don't know. That's not a very big change. And on the back side, you see that this is the flagship monster of the game.
That's
what's his name?
Jinoga.
Jinoga. Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. It's the monster on the cover. This one.
And
wait a minute, this
look at
monster.
that. Yeah, the Janoga.
Yes.
Oh, I like how you do that. It's so handy. It was like right next to you.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Are you a little disappointed that even though it's basically the Monster Hunter PSP, it didn't come with a copy of the game as well?
Oh, that's one very important topic. Yes, so that's really weird that they sell the PSP, but the actual game, Monster Hunter game, is not included in the package as you've seen. So this is all you get from the thing. So you get
Are there any copies of the anime?
No.
The cat anime on there?
Well, maybe there's something on the PSP. I'm just gonna try to hook it up. I have here my old cable from my old PSP, so I'm gonna see if the old PSP is working. Old charger cable is working with the new one.
Yeah. Something else I noticed is the UMD circle on the back is gold.
Yes, and also this metal part is also gold.
Oh, that's gold as well. Wow.
Everything is gold.
It looks very premium.
Yeah, it does. I mean, if you look at it generally, it feels like a very, as I said, like a professional photo camera. It has exactly this kind of look and feel.
Is there something on the shoulder buttons as well? Are those white or are they yellow?
Those are transparent, like in the normal PSP version.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, so it's working off the battery. Oh, without the battery right now. I didn't put the battery in yet. Let me see. The light is glowing already. So yeah. And as you can see, right off the bat, you can select the menu language. So standard is Japanese, but I can actually go up there and select English. So this is also one of the questions people have been asking, if you can use this, if everything will be in Japanese when you're playing it, you can set it to English like I am going to now. And then you can also set your time, which for me is GMT1. Come on, there we go. Berlin is okay. Okay, I'm not gonna set the time and date, and I'm not gonna set these things. I'm just gonna continue to show you the theme.
Oh wow!
So this says actually some kind of custom theme going on. So in the background you see kind of like this Monster Hunter imagery, and every icon is custom made with Monster Hunter style.
Yeah, just go through them kind of slowly because they're kind of cool. I like that.
I'm gonna go a little bit closer so you can see. So this is settings. It has like a drink going on there.
That's really cool. I wonder if it's available for download. I haven't seen it available for download at all.
Nick, you said
I know there are two.
There are some themes that you can. Yeah, there's 2 premium themes that you can buy.
But I don't think this is one of them. This looks like it's exclusive.
Wow, that would be really cool. I'm gonna see if there like other themes. I think in settings you can change the themes, right? Theme settings here. So I'm gonna go in there. Oh, I just noticed I'm confirming always with the circle button. Yes, the circle button is always confirming. Is that wow, that's weird.
It makes sense.
It makes sense. We just talked about it. Yeah, it makes sense because this is like yes and this is no, right?
Yeah.
But normally you would confirm with this button on a Western PSP. That's weird. I wonder if this is like some kind of a BIOS setting or something that you can change later on.
It probably is. It probably is a BIOS setting.
Okay, so let me go in. Where do we want to go in? It's the theme settings, right? No, system settings, theme settings. So yeah, you can change the theme. It's a premium. Tasty Treat is a different theme. Oh, nice. But I think that's one of the ones that is usually delivered with a PSP. It has like a cookie on it. I'm gonna change back to premium.
Wow, that is nice.
I like it.
I like how it starts up immediately in that too. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. There's a Japanese comic reader here, and I don't know what this is. 1 seg, and yeah, everything else seems to be kind of like it's on a regular PSP. PlayStation Spot. Have you heard anything about this?
No, I don't know what that is. It must be a Japanese thing.
It seems like it. A remote play and the usual. Okay, so so it works right there. I'm gonna open the battery slot and put the battery in. Let me turn it off for a second. So how do you do this? Here it is. So I'm guessing the protrusions are also there, so you can actually put the battery in because it's much thicker, and so the battery is probably not compatible with an old PSP.
Yeah, they used to sell expanded battery covers for the PSP Slim because with the old PSP batteries, you could actually get an extended version of the fat batteries, and you'd end up getting something crazy like 16 hours of battery life. I imagine you're going to get something close to that now too.
I'm guessing because you can actually see that these things are not specifically, you know, so you can hold it better, but so you have space to put this huge thing here inside. I wouldn't be able to put this thing in my old PSP. So I'm guessing this is a necessary upgrade for the cover. So how do I put this back? I don't want to break it. Lots of people are screaming right now. Okay.
Yeah, they're all terrified.
No, you don't know how to do it. Okay, so it's in right now. So it's charging right now, so that's good. And oh yeah, I want to do yet another thing. I want to see if I just put my old memory stick inside. There's also no memory stick supplied, so you know you have to actually buy your own additionally. So I'm gonna get the memory stick out of my old PSP and put it inside, and see if everything will be transported over. Hopefully.
I could have sworn I read that it came with a 2 GB memory stick. That's bizarre.
There's actually, I mean, okay, it's a very special PSP. But they don't. It's not really like you're being overwhelmed with the stuff supplied. You know, it's just a PSP, nothing else. So okay, I'm gonna also put the game because we actually have Monster Hunter 3rd, and it's gonna go like this. And yes, we turn it back on.
Now, do you have any downloaded games from the PlayStation Network?
I should have some.
Will those work right away? Because I have one.
That's a good question. So I'm gonna go on memory stick. Oh, there. See, I have to get used to the fact that yeah, they are here. I can try. I don't know, like. Maybe
one that you had to pay for, because like I have a copy of Unite that I had to pay for with the PlayStation Network.
So I'm gonna take something like, I don't know, Everyday Shooter, which is a very cool. Oh, I must activate.
What does it say?
To use this content, you must activate this system.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
Okay, so
you should probably get it back again.
How do I activate it? Sign up for PlayStation Network, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should just have to log on, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
All right.
Otherwise, I'm gonna check if the system settings are also saved on a card, because I did not actually know. Well, I have to reset the date again. And
no, I wonder why.
I also have to change the nickname and stuff like that. So this stuff is not saved on a memory card, but on like system memory. But the game itself seems to be working. I wonder if I now start Monster Hunter 3rd if my old save game is also there. Yes,
it should.
The save games are all there. Okay. Good. So I'm gonna start.
Look at all those monster hunters. That's quite a lineup.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start the game, and I'm gonna and that's will I think conclude the this unboxing. Oh, I need to upgrade. Do you want to upgrade now? Yes.
Oh,
no. This will take some time.
It didn't come with the upgraded.
No, that's weird. So
it is very bizarre.
Okay. So to finish this up, it feels very differently, very professionally. I think it's also I love that it's black. You know, if there was a special edition for Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, and it was like brownish.
Yeah, it was kind of it's like the Monster Hunter brown color, which is kind of cool for certain things, but not really for game systems.
Yeah. And it didn't even have anything special. It was just regular PSP otherwise. So, see, I always get confused. So I really like the general styling of it, the details. There are some things I think I could do without. Stuff like, I don't know, like, I mean, it's a cool symbol, but I don't know. I guess if this PSP came out without all the details and wouldn't be Monster Hunter branded, I think it would be a very interesting upgrade for the system.
I mean, would you say you wouldn't say that this is necessarily a must-have upgrade for anyone with a PSP, but if you lost your PSP or your PSP broke, would you say it would be worth it to spend the premium amount?
No, because it was super expensive. I mean, it's really it's a really luxury item. It was way too expensive, I think, for a PSP at this point of its life cycle.
Yeah, especially with the PSP too, like literally right around the corner. I mean, this year they're saying.
Yeah. So this is like, for the very, very die-hard Monster Hunter maniac who really wants to have everything. The upgrades, as far I've seen, I mean, it really feels nice and it's cool to have, but you can also do without.
I mean, what it looks like to me is like it's something over the years that will become an absolute collector's item.
Yes, exactly.
Like one of those pieces of hardware, like, 5 or 10 years down the line, when people are talking about Monster Hunter, like, man, you remember that really amazing PSP redesign they did?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you'll have it. It's cool to have, and the box is really that'll look great on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah, sure. But people have been asking if you need this, or what kind of PSP you actually need to be able to play Monster Hunter third, and basically every PSP will do. So I've been using this until now, and this is okay. This is excellent, actually, quite. And the difference between this and this is they are just details. And but the price difference is huge. It's enormous.
Would you say, I mean, without going into specifics, is it like double the price of a PSP in Germany?
I don't know. I don't know how much you pay for a PSP nowadays, but I know that I bought this used, and it was a couple of years ago already, and I paid like 1/3 of what I paid for this.
Wow. Yeah, because you can get a PSP Fat for like $100 now, I think.
Yeah. That's what I paid for the other one. I paid €100 for the other one.
Yeah. So, €300 for a PSP is quite. Yeah. I mean, that's basically the price of a PS3, right?
Yes. So it's way too expensive if you are not like a complete obsessed with Monster Hunter. And of course, I bought it because we kind of we're doing this podcast and to show it to you guys, and also because I'm also a little bit obsessed with the game myself, so I don't mind. But if you don't have a steady income and you kind of struggling to buy it or not, then I can tell you that you can do very well without. However, it is a very nice item if you can have the money. It's so tacky with the gold. I don't know.
You don't like it's like blinged out. Is it blinged out on the bottom too?
You mean here?
Like the
here,
that's gold too.
It's bling everywhere. It's all bling bling.
What would you say? Because like the quality is kind of okay. I can tell it's gold. Like, what would you compare that level of gold to? Like,
if it's real gold or if it's painted or something like that.
Yeah, like the shading. Yeah, like if you were to show that to somebody, what would they say that looks like?
It doesn't really look very convincing, I must say.
Fair enough.
I think that the gold part was a mistake from their part.
How about the ring on the back? Is that different or is that the same?
It's the same thing. Well, actually, the ring on the back, I mean, on my old one was really. Oh, look, it's much thinner. But I guess that might be also like a upgrade of the entire system. Yeah, the old one was really scratched because I bought it used, and the guy who used it was a little bit rough with the thing. Yeah. I'm really interested in how it will feel during play, and that's I think what we are going to find out next.
Okay.
So we are going to make a very short break, and then we are going to jump into Monster Hunter 3rd and also maybe answer some of your questions.
Woo!
Does it sound good? Nick, are you still there? Are you asleep?
Oh yes, no, I'm still here. I'm still here.
We're passionately making eyes at each other in the hot spring in Yokohama Village.
Ah, I see. Okay.
I'm dancing. I don't know about you. Oh.
Okay, I'm
gonna send some ducks into you.
I'm gonna join you guys right away.
Except my duck. Oh, I just laid a cuckoo.
What?
You're getting my cat to dance with you, man.
Yeah, our cats love
like
each other.
that.
Cha-Cha and Mufi are.
Nice.
Okay. Switching to component 2.
How ridiculous is that? All we had to do was just turn off our PS3s. Oh, I am so sorry.
It's like the IT crowd. Have you tried turning it off and off again?
Who would have thought that that's all it took? Was that actually using your device will make it stop working?
Well, yeah.
Sony.
Yes. Sony.
It just does everything.
All right, but now here comes another thing.
Yeah!
Nice. Okay, so should we go back to the podcast now?
Yeah. Well, yeah. You can just kind of bring us back. Do like a little. Bring us back home, Krystian.
Okay, so we are back in Monster Hunter 3rd now. I'm playing Monster Hunter 3rd for the first time on this new PSP, and as I've been, we've been actually struggling a little bit right now with Ad Hoc Party.
Oh my god! Apparently, using your PlayStation will actually make it stop working. So you have to stop using it if you want to keep using it.
I think many people are confused right now, but we spent a little bit. Oh wow, you're drunk. So we spent a little bit of time on getting together, but we are finally reunited, and we can begin playing a little bit on this new device. I must say, I said to you guys this previously, but it really feels quite substantial. Like I told you that I have like this huge paws, huge hands, and it seems. I don't know. I didn't notice it before during the unboxing, but I notice now that it makes a huge difference actually.
Well, we're going to be putting it to the test very soon.
So what is the plan today?
I was thinking we do some of the downloadable quests, only because they offer like a pretty decent variety. And also because neither you or Nick have upgraded your hunter rank at all yet.
Yes.
So this will let us fight a little bit more advanced monsters without getting too far ahead.
Is that a hint? Is that a hint?
That's a hint that... No, it's not a very strongly worded hint. I mean, Nick, Krystian and I were actually going through a lot of the Hunter Rank 1 quests together. And in fact, I think we have completed about half of them. We've almost completed all of them.
Yes. Well,
we'll get around to that.
Just the first rank, right? The 1-star ones.
1-star, but we're almost done with 2-star. I think we're only 1 or 2 quests away from
we
them.
might be pretty far. What kind of gears are you guys using for this quest?
Well, I'm using. It's not an extremely powerful skill-wise set. It's the Guild Armor and a Giganox sword, and the skills it gives are wide range +1, which I've gemmed up to wide range +2 with my decoration, perception, and tranquilizer. So it's not going to be a whole lot of help, especially on this quest, but it looks cool and it's not overpowered, so I'm going to use it.
Okay, so and Nick, I heard that you aren't that far in the game yet.
I am not. I have. What am I using right now? I think it's the Bull Hammer. I haven't even gotten into green sharpness weapons yet.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see what happens here.
Okay, so I'm using the Jaggi Armor, and I'm using Royal Ludroth dual blades. And
wow.
And the Jaggi Armor is actually quite good in this game.
It's very good. You can get its recovery speed increase and attack up. And if you can get both of those up to, I think you can get both of them up to +2 pretty easily, and that's not a bad set. And once you upgrade to baggy, it's even better.
Nice. So yeah, and actually the Royal Ludroth dual blades aren't that bad either. It's basically the best stuff I'm having right now. And so the first monster we're fighting against is which one again?
It's not 1.
Oh, it's 2.
It's not
That's
2.
3.
Oh wow! Can we handle it?
It's gonna be tough.
We'll see.
Okay. I hope you guys have my back.
You guys can actually. I shouldn't have even taken those first aid kits.
So Shepard, you are really lucky because there's no global in this game.
Oh, come on. Well, there's something kind of similar to that in this quest. It's got a.
Oh, it's the one.
It's got a big tongue.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, okay. Okay, so by the way, we are using Ad Hoc Party, and we've been receiving a lot of questions about how Ad Hoc Party works, and you know what the Ad Hoc Party is about.
It's magic.
It's magic. However, we would like to give you some better answers than simply that. So one of the questions we received was if using Ad Hoc Party, if you're, for example, if you're living in Europe, are you able to play with people who live in America?
I think we're proving that right now, aren't we?
Yes, because we're doing it right now at this point. I'm not
doing
sure.
It live.
I'm not sure if there is a European Ad Hoc Party.
I think there is. Pretty sure there is.
Okay.
And all that matters to play together is that you're all using the same region version.
Yes.
And as people may or may not know, PSN accounts are free to make, and Ad Hoc Party is a free download. So you can actually make accounts for all 3 regions and download all 3 versions if you were so inclined.
Yes. You can even download, for example, we also downloaded the Ad Hoc Party for Japan, which might be a good idea because whoa, what's wrong?
Oh no, you left us.
No, you guys
no.
left me. Oh
no.
Okay.
Oh,
so
boy.
what now? Okay, I'm gonna
should we? Well, we should definitely abandon the quest because we just started.
Yes. Okay, so how do I abandon the quest? So as you can see, Ad Hoc Party also has a little bit of disadvantages. Sometimes it doesn't really work very well.
Let's see if you're still in the room.
Yeah. That's a good.
It's such a complicated.
Okay,
series
what
of
happened
things.
is you left our Ad Hoc Party room.
Okay, I'm gonna join in your Ad Hoc Party room again, and then we can try to establish this quest again. I'm gonna leave a little bit, and you guys can answer if, for example, if somebody bought a PS3 to use it as an Ad Hoc Party machine, can you actually use Ad Hoc Party while somebody else is playing a game on the PS3?
Would you like to answer that, Nick?
No, you can't.
No. In fact, it would seem as if Ad Hoc Party is more strenuous on the PlayStation 3 than 5 consecutive copies of Gran Turismo 5 running at once.
Yes.
It is the
it's
most difficult thing to run.
It's the network stuff. It's such a weird setup. It's such a strange idea, and that it works still baffles me.
Yeah, I mean, the way it works is it's a program or a game you start like any other, and you're brought to an introductory screen. And from that screen, you can join worlds, search for the game that you're playing, or just join friends. Generally, it kind of depends on what you're playing. As long as you're online in your PSP game, you can connect to the PS3 and it'll automatically detect what game you're playing. In this case, it would detect that you're playing Monster Hunter Portable 3rd, and then it will search all of the rooms that are open in the world to see what worlds have that game, and then you can actually join those worlds directly rather than going in each world individually. Otherwise, you go to a world and you have to create like a house or join somebody else's created house so you can all play together. And all that does is it creates like one little hub where if everybody's online with their PSP, you could all kind of connect and play together. And that's pretty much it. And good luck, because when it works, it's like teetering on the edge of just working. It usually does not. In this case,
I still haven't tried that Excellent Kai or anything like that, and I'm sure, like motion controls on the Wii or the controller, people are going to have strong opinions about it, but really, just use what works for you.
Yeah. Or what works. Use what works. Well, Excellent Kai, I tried to set that up once, and I was completely unsuccessful. It failed terribly. And supposedly, it's much more reliable than Ad Hoc Party, but at the same time, it doesn't really have integrated voice chat. Doesn't have friend lists, I don't think.
They're opposite. It's like Excellent Kai is harder to set up but more stable, whereas Ad Hoc Party is less stable but way easier to set up.
Absolutely. And I haven't seen or heard from Krystian in a while.
So
I hope he's okay.
Yeah,
oh, here he is.
Back. Yeah, I'm back, but somehow it's nothing is really working. I had to restart my entire PS3.
Wow.
Okay, but here's actually interesting questions we received from one of our listeners, and it's is it worth getting the PS3 just for Ad Hoc Party?
I don't think so. Well, see, there's so many cool games on the PSN store itself that you could probably just get away with never buying an actual, CD or Blu-ray game. Plus, the Blu-ray player is nice, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I bought mine for Ad Hoc Party, as crazy as that sounds. But you end up finding that there are a lot of games on there that you really can't get from a 360 that are kind of worth having anyways. So, like Demon's Souls, Metal Gear Solid, Little Big Planet, like those are all exclusives.
Fat Princess.
Is that PS3 exclusive? I think. I think it is. I downloaded the demo and it's pretty fun.
It is pretty fun. Flower and Fat Princess were the first two games I played on this thing.
I mean, Ad Hoc Party was definitely the first thing I downloaded, and I think I did download Fat Princess at some point. That's a fun game. There are a lot of great games that you're going to end up finding. I mean, it's a full-fledged system. I mean, I started with a 360, I guess 2 years ago. And, I built this huge collection of crappy games because, I would keep buying games that were only, $10. And what I ended up finding is, I wasn't really wasting money, but, it wasn't really a good use of my time playing all these crappy games. So, I don't really buy many games anymore. I just play the games I enjoy. So
I'm sort of the opposite. I just keep purchasing games.
Hey, he's back.
Huge.
Okay,
my backlog is enormous.
I'm back, and I think I should be also visible in the room. Okay, awesome.
Yes, you are. Yeah, I buy pretty much every game that Atlas releases, as well as the vast majority of games that Capcom releases. But they release too many. It would cost me too much money to buy all their stuff.
There's a game that showed up on Xbox 360 called Operation Darkness.
What?
Have you played that game? It's an Atlas game.
That sounds like a very cheesy name.
I did buy that, and it would be great if the graphical style was cel-shaded or better than that.
So basically, if it was Valkyria Chronicles.
Valkyria Chronicles.
Something, because the graphics are kind of like a washed-out PlayStation 2 game. For those of you curious about Operation Darkness, it's basically a tactical squad-based, I don't want to say third-person shooter. It's like Valkyria Chronicles, except you're in World War II, and there are werewolves and vampires. And like I said, it would be fun if the speed was a little bit faster, the units were a bit more defined, and the graphical style was better. Otherwise, I wouldn't really recommend it. I mean, if you really love that game type, go for it. But otherwise, I'd say pass up.
By the way, we have some more questions about the Ad Hoc Party thing.
Okay.
Are you guys up for it?
Yeah, I think there's just some great questions.
Yeah, the next one is about if you enter Ad Hoc Party, are there many people playing it?
No.
Well,
I managed to get from HR 1 to 9 over the course of about a month. And every time I logged on, I could find somebody to play with. There isn't a lot of variability, I guess,
But you've been using only the American Ad Hoc Party right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I would say it depends. Really by your definition of a lot. Even in Japan, the rooms used to be stacked full, and now they're getting a little anemic.
I don't know. I just logged in just now, and I saw that the rooms in the Japanese Ad Hoc Party were basically in every room there was one person at least. In every world, in every room of the world there was somebody in. And in the American Ad Hoc Party, it's much more empty. It's not really even close.
I guess on a normal night, you could find probably about 15 rooms filled with people of varying ranks, which I guess isn't really a lot, but I don't know.
You'll always generally find somebody to play with, I guess, if that's a concern. There'll always be an active community for this game.
But it's nowhere near that full of people as in Monster Hunter Tri, right?
No, Monster Hunter Tri still has a lot of people, and I think that's because it's pretty much the only good online game that the Wii has, other than Mario Kart.
Yeah.
As best I can tell. I mean, Smash Brothers would be great if the netcode was better.
Okay, so so it's not that full, but you can kind of get your you can always find somebody to play with.
And the higher rank you get, the easier it is to find people. Especially now that I'm G rank in Freedom Unite, I can just log on and usually find a place really easily.
Okay, so it's kind of like for very dedicated users, I guess.
Yeah.
And there is a very interesting question that people are not really sure. Is there any other alternative?
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. And I'm not sure if you'd say it's a very viable alternative, because I have no experience with it at all.
How was it called?
It's called X-Link Kai, and it's a program that was developed actually a long time ago. And I actually think it's a multi-purpose tunneling software, which is basically just a more custom-made version of what Ad Hoc Party is. And
you
it just allows you
install it on your PC, and then you can kind of do the same thing as Ad Hoc Party does, but with the PC basically.
Yeah, you need to purchase a compatible dongle that will allow you to connect through it.
Oh, so there is some hardware that you need to buy.
Yeah, so it's not like most people won't already have something that's compatible, as far as I know. I'm going to give you guys a little heal. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Enjoy
Excellent. That. So we fought this Urshira. I think Urshira is really a very simple monster to fight against.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how effective poison is on any of these guys, but I'm trying to use a weapon that's not necessarily too overpowered, so poison's usually considered the worst of all elements and statuses. But then again, the weapon's probably one of the coolest looking weapons you can get, the Giganox Saber. I really like the style.
By the way, Nick, do you in the last podcast you mentioned that is this the monster we talked about? Because you said something about a monster that is eating ants.
Oh yeah, is it this one? No, Aoshiro is the only thing I had fought at the time.
Okay.
Now we'll be getting on to the guy he was talking about next. He's after the bunny.
Okay.
This is the Urkusis.
This thing is interesting.
I never fought this monster before. Oh, something happened. What happened?
Oh yeah, you got to be careful about his little side swipe there. I'll try and keep you guys healed.
No, there was an info. Oh yeah, my weapon is not sharp anymore.
Oh, is he a snow guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you usually fight him in the tundra.
And there's a last question about the Ad Hoc Party thing, which I thought was very important to clarify before we move on to the other questions. And it's that many people are not really aware that you can't really there is no possibility to use infrastructure mode to fight online in Monster Hunter. So you have to use some kind of tunneling software if you want to play with people over the internet. Yeah,
whether it's Ad Hoc Party or X-Link Kai, you're pretty much stuck with whatever you have.
Of course, you can always, invite somebody and you use ad hoc mode, which is, basically using linking up wirelessly, but with people who are physically near you.
Yeah, and something else to mention is the difficulty of the quests have been changed in Monster Hunter Portable 3rd versus Monster Hunter Tri, in that the quests are much easier to solo. And I'd say a big part of that, other than just, I think they reduced the life of monsters, maybe a little bit, although I could be wrong, is you have 2 companions available to you now. In Tri, you can't have Cha-Cha, whereas in Portable 3rd, you can have up to 2 felines with you, both of which can actually have high rank level weapons and armor.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been soloing actually all of the content in high rank, and I've almost already completed HR5 content, which is the second to last level of content in the game.
Okay, so
I feel pretty confident that I'll be able to solo the whole game, except for maybe like the big monster quests. I'm not sure if those can be soloed.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, it's always more fun to play it with other people.
Well, I mean, it depends what you're playing it for, I guess. I enjoy the grinding difficulty of the game at times.
Okay. Yeah, but to clarify, if you want to play with other people, there is no other possibility than using Ad Hoc Party or this other software, X-Link Kai, right?
Yes.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, awesome. So that's about all the questions we had about Ad Hoc Party. We might at some point maybe even do some kind of tutorial on how to set it up and stuff like that. What do you think?
Sure, I can actually take video of my PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
I have the appropriate cables for it.
So at some point, not in this podcast, but in maybe in a different episode, we might do a short walkthrough to kind of give you an idea of how this thing works. It's actually, I think it's a quite underappreciated system in the Western world, because it's very, very useful. And it's actually also, I mean, there are some technical issues, but just from the look of it, the interface is really, really, well, it's very
streamlined.
It's streamlined and very unique, I think. It's
the graphical style certainly has something.
Yeah,
something about it.
Yeah, it's immediately recognizable as a very, very own thing. I'm wondering why Sony isn't advertising this more openly. Okay.
Well,
yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say a sociological thing, but I will not.
Social. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
A social dissonance thing.
Oh. I see what
it's all
you
about
did there.
social inquiry.
I want to get him in a trap.
Okay. That's a good idea, because I want to have his parts. I never thought.
I don't think capturing them gets us parts, because we're in like a bizarre sort of quasi-actual quest mode.
Oh, I see.
It gets us mega potions, which I've never had before in this game.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, can you knock him out, Nick, or try to knock him out?
I don't think. Does his hammer do enough damage to knock? Oh yes, nice.
Certainly. I think we're all kind of experiencing problems because our weapons have dulled.
Yes. Oh, I think I have to sharpen them. Oh.
It's always terrible when you get a monster into the corner and you have no sharpness left.
Yeah. It's kind
of the monster's over there crying. You're just sharpening, also crying.
Sad. Oh, and when he's exhausted, he falls over.
Oh wow!
After he does a little slide. Trying to flash him.
There he goes.
Tough to flash is something that's dead.
Your flash killed him.
Okay, so these are actually the new kind of monsters that are in Monster Hunter 3rd, like these bear-looking monsters. Like it's a very new type of monster, right?
Well, it's derived from kind of like a overarching type of monster in Monster Hunter. It's called the Pelagus type.
Mm-hmm.
And these are generally like mammals walking around on two, or like kind of like a half two, half four leg.
Mm-hmm.
The similar ones in Unite would be the Conga Lala. I think Blaganga counts.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so which monster is the next one?
The one that killed and traumatized Nick.
Okay, it's a baggy, right? Oh no.
Yeah, there was a request for baggies.
I said the B word. You have to censor it.
No, no.
I'm still embarrassed after my performance in the arena last week.
Oh
wow!
People were really ragging on you, man. It was really bad.
My performance was really bad. I deserved it.
Well, that was our best time. That was our S rank time. Bizarrely enough, who knows what happened to cause that?
Oh, so
all of my dying made the other monsters fight each other more.
Yeah, they were laughing each other to death or something.
Should we dwell some on my death Is that significant?
Well, it is significant because it received quite a lot of attention on YouTube.
I think all we need to do to become a sponsored video is have me die more.
Yeah. We should.
And I wanted to mention, like, I went into the insight statistics for that video, and the most popular moments of the video are when I died. It means, like, people constantly watch and rewatch that part. Jerks.
Wow. Yeah, well, you know, it was quite spectacular. I mean,
it was unexpected.
We promised my death. I was very sick last week.
Yes. You have all the reasons to be, you know, you didn't die. You know, people say you didn't die. You were knocked unconscious.
Yeah, I just kind of got a little dizzy. I think a funny part is when Michael Abbott, a brainy gamer, we were saying how great he did, and like immediately after that he died. Like, you've been doing so good, you haven't died at all. And then like the Raytheon does something to him. I forget.
Yeah.
Probably a tail flip, I'm sure.
Well, okay. Well, if everybody died in this game, I mean, it belongs part of it.
We all die eventually.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter is a lot about life lessons.
Yes. It's so profound in this way. So we are fighting this huge ant-eating guy right now. So this is the monster you've been talking about the previous episode?
No, actually, because I haven't really fought a lot in this game. So I was talking about Aoshira. I didn't know something this crazy actually existed.
Okay. So you've been talking about the first monster we've been fighting today?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense. He would have been kind of hard pressed to get to this guy with only Yukoma armor. I would like to heal you guys, but I don't have any deodorant.
I would like to heal myself as well, but I don't have.
I'll try and flash bomb him. That work? I'll give you guys some time to not get killed.
Okay.
Oh wow.
That was close. I'm gonna just stand here and wait until.
I was about to say. Nick's about to die.
I tried to roll through it. Didn't work.
Never mind.
There's a really great hammer set in high rank. The pumpkin armor gives you evasion +2 and focus.
Yeah, you've been showcasing this in your tutorials.
Well, I haven't showcased this exact set, but it's my favorite so far. It's my favorite set I have.
It kind of looks very much like a Halloween costume or something.
Oh, absolutely.
Like your head is like a lantern.
Oh yeah, you're basically a human pumpkin. Krystian, are you just like hiding behind this rock?
Yeah, I'm waiting until the stink goes away. Because I have so little health, I will die immediately if I make a mistake, and I will probably make a mistake. Go away, monster! You scary monster! I'm stinking.
He's just going to cover you in more poop.
Yes. Oh, I can heal myself now. That's good.
Oh, I can heal now too. Oh, I should probably heal and give you guys a boost.
Okay. Monster, I'm gonna take revenge for pooping on you.
Revenge!
Revenge. Nobody poops on me and lives. Terrible.
Oh, jeez.
That was great.
Oh, wow, he just got me with his tongue.
Oh, what happened? Okay. I kind of like him. He's
sassy.
Yeah. I mean, he's not the pooping thing is not really doesn't really make sense, I think. I think with a monkey it was more consistent with the character.
Well, I think he's like a combination of armadillo and stink bug.
Ah, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, like a dung beetle. Yes, that makes sense. Well, his tongue is really long. Ooh.
I also like that his poop is covered in lightning.
Lightning?
Oh, it's actually a paralysis effect.
Lightning poop. Wow. This must hurt.
I know. What does he eat?
Something not good for you.
Lightning ants.
Maybe he's drinking too much energy drinks or something.
Monster energy.
Maybe that's how.
Oh, he's exhausted.
Maybe that's how they make batteries.
It's funny how no matter what happens in these games, and no matter what kind of a monster it is, everything drools. That's the thing to remember about Monster Hunter. Everything drools.
No! Oh, he rolled away, that jerk.
That sounds like a tagline for a Hollywood movie. Everything drools. This summer, everything drools.
There we go.
Oh,
there it
nice.
Try and hit him in the head there, Nick.
is. Man, I've been trying to hit him in the head, and it has not been working. There it
There,
goes.
well, you did a good job right there.
Oh, we broke his back even. Is he dead already? No, he's knocked out.
Oh man, I forgot. This game, you can do the infinite combo with the hammer. That's awesome.
Okay, so basically, on a general way, because we have a question, I've prepared some of the questions for Monster Hunter Third, and we have a listener called Flail Knife, and he asked us. I have a question directed at Shepard, as I believe he has proven to be a Monster Hunter Portable 3rd veteran from his tutorials. Does Monster Hunter Portable 3rd have a lot of content, such as monsters, weapons, quests, etc., like Monster Hunter Freedom Unite? Or is it relatively short compared to Unite, like Tri was? Also, which of the Monster Hunter games have you enjoyed the most?
Oh, wow. This is a good question. Well, from what I can tell, Monster Hunter Portable 3rd is somewhere in between the amount of content of Tri and Unite.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, it certainly has at least as much content as Tri. The only difference being is that it's added a number of new monsters as well as subspecies of monsters. Every monster has its own subspecies.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, at the very least, you could say it has almost double the content of Tri.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that would be stretching it at all, but I mean, approximately. In terms of, Freedom Unite, it doesn't really come as close. Freedom Unite not only had... Freedom Unite basically had every monster ever released up to that point in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a really hard comparison to make. I mean, Freedom Unite is basically all the content of 4 games put together plus some.
Mm-hmm.
As for which game I've enjoyed the most, oh man. Well, I mean, I really like Tri, if only for the reason that I can use the Classic Controller Pro.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it very relaxed to play. I don't have to do the claw all the time.
Oh yes, it does. Yes.
Of course, my disappointment starts to set in when I realize that I've pretty much done almost all the content the game has to offer. But at the same time, I think as my recent Let's Play has shown, if you really take your time, it doesn't really matter what Monster Hunter game you're playing, you're going to get a lot of game time out of it. Like I spent almost over 100 hours on the offline component as, alone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and if you treat the offline component of Tri as just like, I'm going to get through this as quickly as I can, you can get through in about, I'd say, 15 hours, 20 hours. Doesn't take long. But if you really take your time, you can really space that out, as I think I've shown, I have. Does that answer it? I think that's a pretty good answer.
I think that's a good answer. And personally, I must say, I find it quite... it's also I think it's a positive thing if a game has such amount of content that you can experience all of it.
Yeah, certainly you can feel by the end of Tri that you've done almost everything there is to do. I mean, you can go through your guild card in Tri and actually complete it.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that's possible. Whereas if you're to take the guild card from Monster Hunter Freedom Unite and complete it, you show up in some room with that completed, people are just like, wow, you're a cheater.
yeah, exactly. And
there's no way you actually did that.
And this means that it's okay, I think, in this case, because you can move on to other games, because there are so many other Monster Hunter games already out.
Yeah, I mean, some of the components for, filling out your guild card in Monster Hunter is getting all gold star monsters, both large and small.
Mm-hmm.
And with each additional monster, I mean, that's 2 more very rare monsters that you have to find. I mean, of course, sometimes they'll release event quests that will have special size monsters, but otherwise, it can be quite hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so up next, Krystian, is going to be, I think I will do Giganox.
You guys just exited the room?
I just exited the room because I might change my weapon. Does that sound reasonable?
Yes.
Giganox, I'm going to die a lot, but that's okay.
Yeah, but that's kind of the point of the whole thing. I'm gonna get a couple of antidotes, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna bring
Krystian,
a long sword.
Excuse me?
How would you answer that question?
Which was my favorite game?
Yes.
Oh, it's hard to tell. I must say that I think I would go with Shepherd. I like that Monster Hunter Tri is like very condensed. That they concentrated on just a couple of weapons, but made sure that everything works so well. I think just especially if you compare Monster Hunter Tri to Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, there is like a huge boost in graphical fidelity and in the level of polish that the game kind of shows, and for me that's kind of the important thing about the game. I haven't played Monster Hunter Third too much yet, so I can't really tell how I feel about it, but it seems to me like it kind of carries the idea of Monster Hunter Tri further. And so it might be kind of like a very good balance between Unite and Tri. But I still don't have too much experience about it, so I can't really tell. So what about you, Nick?
I've been thinking about this, and I think I'm sort of opposite of Shepherd in that the thing that I love about Monster Hunter is playing with friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Monster Hunter that I've enjoyed the most was the very first one.
Oh!
Man.
That's surprising.
You're also secretly a sadomasochist.
Yes.
Self-loathing issues.
You've played with my friend Damon before, and Damon, this is a shout out to Damon, because he's been telling me I don't say his name enough. Anyway, it's for Damon.
Were you guys able to play online together? I mean, were you guys able to talk at the same time you played?
We reached HR 20 in that game, which was the top that you could get. And then we pretty much hit, I think, 3 times the amount of possible points that you could get. So we were HR 60 by the time we were done in guild points, but you could only reach 20. In the first time we fought Fatalis, when you just bring cluster bombs all over the place, was probably one of the most amazing moments I've ever had in Monster Hunter.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's a very subjective thing, and it kind of depends on how where you learned the game for the first time and what people you're playing the game with, right?
Yeah. I mean, go ahead, Nick.
I guess I was going to say, Damon and I repeated that experience again in Monster Hunter Tri, but when I was playing that game, there's a lot of things that were going on, so I don't really remember a lot of what was going on then.
I see.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, my real experience with Monster Hunter has been in, like, the core of, like, all my knowledge was really in Freedom Unite. I didn't really get started with Monster Hunter until then. Like, because all the other games I had played, and I had reached some sort of wall that I hadn't yet gone over. And so it was only until Freedom Unite that I really broke through all those walls and actually ended up soloing the entire game, which was horrendous, but possible.
Well, that's really impressive.
Yeah, I do have to say that the one thing that has stuck with me through all of your videos, and one thing I remember from Tri that I did all the time was farm Royal Ludroth for money in offline mode. I think I fought that guy some 200 times, 300 times.
I'm sure. Yeah, he's really one of the best things to fight.
Also, I think he's a very fun monster to fight against.
He is.
Especially, you have to be careful just to not kill him in less than 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, because then you won't get any rewards for the your farm won't advance, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Oh no, Krystian! No!
No,
Krystian, no!
I'm being eaten by the Giganox right now, and I have no poop with me.
Yeah, I think we all forgot to bring the poop.
Oh no!
And this is going to be problematic.
Oh, he got us. Nick, do you have anything to heal with? I do.
I have. Yeah.
I don't know if this will heal him enough. Okay, and I might have... I'm not sure if these count.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, hey, they do. I can heal all of your poison because I have...
Oh, I already ate an antidote.
Okay. That's good. Oh, wow.
Oh, he's a lot more neon in this one. This is the first time I've seen him.
Yeah, he's looking more and more vivid. By the way, Vivid, I'm really impressed that from this new PSP I have, the screen looks, the hue is so much different. I'm not really sure if this is a special edition thing or if it's just an upgrade from the 2000 to 3000 console. I suspect it's the 3000 thing.
You should see it on my television.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's also a good idea, but I don't have the necessary equipment. What are you using to hook up your PSP? Oh, you said it before, a cradle thing, right?
Yeah, there's a cradle with a plug, and yeah, I'll have to. One day we should diagram exactly how much it takes for us to get together and play this game.
All of us.
Definitely. That would be like a map. Like a subway station map of London.
Yeah, because what it takes for us to do Skype and for me to record and for you guys to get your voice in.
And even today, I mean, we also had to have video, but the video has to be recorded, but also you have to see the video at the same time. Oh wow,
that was fun.
That was really nice. So, by the way, we have yet another question about Monster Hunter Third, which is a very specific one, and I can't really answer it. I don't know, maybe you, Shepard, can answer it.
What's the question?
The question goes, in Third, when you're in your base at the beginning of a mission, there is sometimes a cat next to a barrel wearing a weird hat. He does something with items, but I don't know what. Any idea what he does?
You get access to your box.
Oh yeah, I remember that when you start a mission, once you're inside a mission, the cat, right?
Yeah.
Right, right in the hunting camp, I guess. I think it's called the hunting camp.
Will he bring items for you, Nick? I thought you can send items back to his box.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
I guess when I went into there, I could just access my box. I could get all of my stuff.
Okay.
When did you... That's interesting. I need to look into that.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird cat. I thought he meant some kind of cat that you meet in the village. Yeah.
His name is Nian Gyro, I think. I'm sure he's got a much more Japanese pronunciation than that, but when you
install the game, he's with the other cats and in this weird animation. You know which animation I mean?
Yeah, he's like dancing on his barrel.
Yeah. So you did actually a tutorial, Shepard, explaining a little bit what he does. So I also thought it was just a cat to bring back items, but apparently there's more to this cat.
Yeah, it's possible he's got abilities that I hadn't yet discovered, or I still haven't discovered. I mean, I haven't played around with him all that much. I mean, generally, because of the way they set up the item system now, you have more access to your items than ever before because you get an extra page to bring items with you now. Mm-hmm. For carves.
Yeah, is it like the extra page for commodity items, or is it for normal items as well?
Well, just for when you're carving things in the quest. I mean, it could be for anything.
Okay.
In the quest.
It's just a regular page, right?
Yeah, just like everything in it is sent back to your box at the end of the quest.
Okay.
But it still works. I'm surprised you guys are doing really well.
Well, you're healing us all the time.
Well, I was very
alive.
Wait, I don't know if anybody noticed.
Is the icicle thing new?
No, it's not new. What's really new though is his rage mode.
Oh, he has rage mode now? Oh no.
But have you noticed he's a different color?
Yeah,
he turns black.
Well, he was turning dark in Tri also.
Well, now it has an effect in that he gets
limping,
armor in certain areas. Is he limping already?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, how about that?
So I was kind of surprised because when he was shouting, there were icicles falling down from the ceiling.
It wasn't as noticeable in Tri.
I see.
It's really noticeable now, though. It's like,
Yeah.
really, he just turns completely black. Or maybe, I think it's a she. I think she's technically a she.
You think so? Well, she's lying. No, wait a minute. I read it in a I think in a.
No, it's actually hermaphrodite.
Yes,
something
like it's like a snail, basically.
Oh, gross.
The gender of the monsters is always something of a conspiracy or some weird. It's Fatalis is the one I think that started it all.
Okay.
No, I enjoy the debate.
Yeah, it's a really strange debate. Fatalis in the original Monster Hunter in the online mode, there are these two hunters that were around to kind of tell you what's going on in game. They're hunting things. They notice some big monster and it's going out there, but they would show up after a while. Did it die?
Yeah, it's dead. I think we got to kill 2 of them.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we have to kill at least 2.
They show up when you hit HR 20 and you unlock Fatalis, and they say she's been chasing him. So when you fight, they're referring to Lao Shanlong, because when you fight Lao Shanlong, they say, "Well, we don't know what he's running from, but he's running from something." And then when Fatalis comes around, they say, "Well, he's running from her. That's why he was in that canyon to begin with." And you can't find that anywhere anymore because there's no record.
The specific gender.
They're trying to hide the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll provide subtle clues and quest titles and things like that.
Well, yeah, like the Raytheon queen of something, right?
Yeah, and the Diablos, same thing. The Princess Sand and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but for the Giganox, I haven't seen anything like that. There he is. She is, or it is. I don't know.
What about Kazu's a hermaphrodite?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, it seems more masculine though than the Giganox.
Yeah, his head kind of looks masculine. I don't know why.
Why is that, Krystian?
I don't know. It kind of reminds me of something I see every day. I don't know.
There are children that listen to this podcast.
Well, like they don't have these things. Come on.
Well, hey, 10% of our viewers are female.
Well, maybe they've seen this thing as well.
Oh my God, Krystian. Most of them are 13 to 17. I hope not.
How many girls walk out of your front?
With 17, you must know about the bees and the birds and stuff like that.
Maybe in Germany.
Maybe in Germany.
What?
Yeah.
With 17? I mean, come on. You can bring.
We're abstinence only.
We're very repressed.
You can get pregnant with 17. You have to know about this stuff.
You don't have to know. We're abstinence only in this country, in this state.
I'm about to get poisoned. No, I'm right on that bomb.
Oh yeah, I got poisoned as well.
I can heal you. You just heal you. Oh well, once I get out of this dizzy, this Giganox this Giggy's about to own me.
Oh wow.
Where is it? Yeah, I've got these herbal medicines I brought. Heal us a little bit.
So guys, here is a controversy. You wanna hear a real controversy?
Yes.
It's from I think it's from Anonymous. No, it's one of Shepard's stalkers.
Oh no.
Stalkers?
Yeah,
not one of those guys again.
Yes.
Did you run out of the area? How come that didn't affect you, Nick?
I'm poisoned.
Oh, I guess I'm not healing you like I thought I was.
I could use where's my antidotes? Oh, there's one.
Hey guys, just one question. What do you think is better, Cha-Cha from Monster Hunter Tri or the 2 feline helpers in Monster Hunter Portable 3rd?
There's no debate. It's not even a question.
It's Cha-Cha.
Yeah, like a million times.
But the feline helpers are so much useful.
It doesn't matter. Look, I would take one half of Cha-Cha. I would take his floating head that just said stuff to me throughout a quest and the feline helpers.
I just want him to flash everything.
You're just emotionally attached to Cha-Cha because you did that thing in the cave with him.
That was built on a lifetime of trust.
That's the buddy system.
Wow. Really, I just prefer Devil Joe.
Oh,
sure.
It would be cool if you get a Devil Joe as a partner.
Well, you can get your felines in a Devil Joe costume, and you can name them Cha-Cha. So that's kind of like a little bit of all three.
Okay. Yes.
I mean, I've named I've named several of my felines Cha-Cha.
How can you keep them apart?
I don't care. I just use them all anyways. Yeah. They can do whatever they want. It's up to them.
They don't compare anyway, right?
I mean, they're never going to be like the real Cha-Cha.
No, nothing's like Cha-Cha. Well, okay. Yeah, I in the end I do agree with you guys because the feline helpers are much technically more useful, I think, for gameplay reasons, but they don't have the charisma.
Yeah,
I mean, he changes what he says based on his mask. I mean, that's like talk about attention to detail.
Yeah.
Like really going the extra mile. Like that's amazing.
Oh wow.
Do you guys need more healing? I'll try.
No, I'm fine.
I was gonna. Oops. Eating more than I need to. I've got a bunch of traps I could use.
It's time for this.
What?
Time for the bounce bombs.
Oh, hi, Patty. Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
No,
you're not.
Wait.
No, you're not.
Don't
you're
give
not.
up. Never surrender.
All these potions because I'm not wearing any armor.
I don't like enough.
Just get to the head.
There we go. We just broke its chest. Have we broken its head? Do we break the old one's head?
It seems to me like it's easier to recognize if things are broken with in Monster Hunter Portable 3rd.
Well, the Try definitely had like a bit of a blur sometimes.
Yeah.
Like it definitely had bloom, of course, but like other than that, there was like certain things were just like a little fuzzy. Like it happens to me all the time in my Let's Play. I'm like looking at it. I'm like, is that broken?
Yeah.
I can't really tell, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes.
The same thing with me, yeah.
But this time around, I mean, it's no question. Chest is broken.
Yes.
And the head's gonna be broken if I just keep slapping at it.
But the tail is also broken, right?
I'm not sure.
It's broken. Come on. It's not as shiny anymore.
But we're gonna try and get him. He's running to area 7, of course.
Okay, good. By the way, some listeners are apparently also not really clear on how to download the episodes on their podcast. What am I talking about? Yeah.
Is it their Zune? Or, I mean, is it their PSP or their iPod?
I don't know. They have maybe a standard MP3 player, and they don't really know how to get the MP3. Actually, here's the email. Is it possible to download the podcast on your MP3 player or something? That would be cool. So I got something to listen at school. The download link is only to the podcast itself, so you can play it with QuickTime and not as download for your computer. First of all, you don't listen to this podcast in school, obviously.
Yeah. Do your homework.
Yeah.
Stay in school.
Yeah. Be cool. Stay in school. We are here and we are so awesome only because we stayed in school.
It's really true.
Yes. And if you
I was asking for trouble.
Patty was knocked
unconscious. I'm gonna try and break this face here, and then we're gonna go ahead and try and capture. Oh, wait, the face is that face broken? I can't tell.
But otherwise, if you go on our Tumblr blog and there is this little widget where you can play the podcast, there is a download link right there, and if you click with your right mouse button on it, you can download the file.
Yeah, the version I am most confident will work and work well is the version that has been configured for the PSP.
Oh no, he's talking about MP3. He's not talking about the video.
I know. And I don't like. I tried to create an iPod compatible version, and it stymies me. I'm not sure if it's working well or not. Get various aspect ratios messed up.
But MP3 is always the same thing.
Oh, is he talking about? Oh, he just wants to listen to the podcast.
Yeah, he wants to listen to the podcast. He's
not
talking about video.
Yeah.
But the video is a good thing because I forgot to mention. Yeah, we're having troubles making this thing work for the iTunes thing. So the previous 2 episodes, I think, don't really work on iPods yet.
There's only like 1 million different settings that Apple recommends you use for converting for their player.
Yeah.
And none of them seem to work. So the PSP version I know is good though.
Yeah.
And it's great because it'll be the original resolution and everything. It should be perfect.
Yeah. And as for the iTunes thing, we are on this thing and we're trying to figure it out. And well, until then, I think you will need to watch it on your PSP version or simply on YouTube. On YouTube,
His head will not break. Oh, watch
again.
out!
I'm dead.
No.
Oh, again! Oh, Patty was knocked out again.
I need
I'm trying to break the head, although I think the head might be broken.
I think it's broken.
It's got to be broken.
It's broken now. It wasn't broken previously.
Okay. Should we just capture this guy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, and Nick, you can stay in the camp because there's going to be... what do you call it? Delivery.
Oh, wait a minute.
Like a bypass delivery.
The head isn't broken after all.
Well...
He just looked so funny because he was unconscious.
No, well now he's drooling. I'm sorry if I killed this, Nick.
I can get there.
Okay. Well, he's exhausted.
Oh, come on, get in this trap. Are you trying to break his face now?
That's what I want to do.
Okay. Now it's broken. Is it?
No, now he's dead.
Oh, wow, okay. No, he's not dead.
He's completely dead.
Oh, he's dead after all. Okay. Oh, well.
So, how many of these do we have to fight?
Yeah.
It's an unlimited amount.
What?
Well, we can leave now that we've killed 2, I think.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay.
I'm not sure. The quest description is in Japanese. I've really no idea. But it's definitely one of those unending Giganox quests. So
That's sort of amazing.
Yeah. Well, they had those all the time. Wow, look at the outside. That's so... It looks like snow mixed with Giganox venom. Okay, yeah, we're going to try and end this quest now.
Okay.
I don't really want to subject Nick to one more Giganox.
Okay.
Because I'm sure he's out of healing and antidotes.
So how do we end the quest?
Yes.
We go back to the camp?
Yeah, I'm going to the camp now.
Okay.
Let's see here. Yep, here we go.
Envious subquest?
Nope. You get a little ticket that you turn in.
Ah, I see. So now it's over, right? For everybody.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank God.
Any more questions?
No, that's basically it. And I think we should also wrap this podcast up because it's.
I think we have one more viewer request if you're game, Krystian.
Yeah, but the problem is that we are really running very long, and this might be something we might be doing on the next podcast as a highlight.
We'll do it for next time as a highlight, more like a low light.
I think it's something that our listeners will be looking forward to.
And I am not looking forward to it at all.
I wanted to mention one more thing. I've been talking about Project Devil Joe. Like I'm trying to get to actually complete the online part of Monster Hunter Try, and it recently just happened.
Oh, you finally got to the Devil Joe in 5-star or 6-star?
No, I'm not actually there yet, but I've been joined by a couple of our dear listeners, and they were from much higher rank, and we did a cool trick. We fought the Kurupeko, and the Kurupeko summoned the Devil Joe, and then we killed the Devil Joe.
Oh, well, so there you go.
Yeah.
Wow, so that's even early. That's 4-star Devil Joe.
I was rank 40 something, I think, or even earlier. I'm not really sure, but it was really surprising for me, and it worked very very well. And I'm really thankful for those listeners. Basically, I've been questing a little bit for a couple of people out there, and so a big shout out to Gamer Skill versus Luck, and Gomu Gomu Dragon. And all the other people I forgot. I met a lot of people. I'm not really often really sure if they're really listening to the podcast or not. But I've been having a lot of fun with the people online, and I thank you for every support I get from the community.
By the way, guys, if you got a pink ticket from that, you can make a really cool looking weapon.
pink ticket.
Super cool looking greatsword. Trying to see what else you can make.
I don't see a pink ticket in my...
I had gotten a pink ticket.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can make... I think it's just a greatsword.
A pink slip.
I hope I don't get it.
You're fired, Giganox.
Oh yeah, I also have a pink ticket. Nice. So does that...
You need several of them, though.
Oh, I have 2.
What in my day?
Is 2 okay?
I think you're gonna need... Was it 5?
Okay.
5. You'll need 5 of those. And I think those are 2 Elder Dragon Bloods as well.
Oh, so, you know.
Plus Jinoga stuff, plus probably something Giganox related. I think that's Fearsome Maw.
Just take everything that you could possibly get that's rare, and we'll.
But it has an enormous amount of element on it. That is a huge amount of thunder, and it looks cool too.
Okay, guys. So it's 4 p.m. 4 a.m. in the morning. So
Oh
I
my
really have to go. And I think we're running really late. I think it's the longest podcast we ever did until now because we've been fighting for 1 hour or something. I'm not really sure.
Oh my god. Well, there's gonna be a lot of editing.
Yeah. Okay. So how about we wrap it up?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm all for it.
So, well, we actually did a couple of questions this time, and we would like to thank you for sending in the questions. Please do keep them coming, and if you want to get in touch with us, you can write us an email to monsterhuntercast@googlemail.com or comment on our blog at monsterhunterpodcast.tumblr.com. And we actually wanted to mention that from now on we will be a little bit, we have to, by necessity, we have to filter a little bit of the questions. We can't answer all the questions anymore because there are so many coming in. Here are some general hints on what you can do in order to increase your chances to get on a podcast. And I think, I don't know, you guys maybe can also add your stuff, but it's a good idea to make the question short. So if it's like several paragraphs full of text, we probably won't mention it in a podcast because it just takes so long to read it. It's also a good idea to have the question to make the question something that is interesting for our other listeners to hear. Like it's very if it's something very specific to your setup or your problems that you're having right now, then maybe other people can't really relate. So it's always interesting to make it kind of to figure out what other people will be interested in the problem you're having.
Can I throw in something, Krystian?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Don't want to hear about those motion controls anymore.
Yes, please don't.
Don't really want to hear about switch axes either.
And while we added also contact requests and play requests, we are always posting in a social distance channel when we're going online and when we want to invite you guys. But Monster Hunter only allows a party of 4, and we really can't invite everybody into our games. If there's opportunity, of course, we welcome you. But we can't, approach you individually, every one of you. And also, lots of people also writing in those posts where just listing all the items they collected in this game. I mean, that's really cool for you, but it's not really something that's interesting for a podcast. I mean, kind of like the bragging about the stuff they have. And also lots of questions also have been also already asked before. So if your question hasn't been answered, there's good a possibility that that we also already answered these questions in previous episodes. If it's
we've been doing a weekly podcast since July, right?
Yeah. So if it's a question that's really important and that lots of people are asking over and over again, then we might repeat it. But otherwise, it's a good idea, to just go through the old episodes and see what we have. So, for example, we did an episodes where we did general advices on important monsters or general equipment advice and stuff like that. So if you're looking for this kind of advice, you might want to go into our archive. Is anything else?
Anything on your end, Nick?
Nick is offline already. Nick?
Oh no!
Oh no, I'm not offline. I'm sorry. I was trying to talk.
Cutting out early.
And doing it live. I'm done.
Doing live. Okay, so
No, I should start playing more Try, but I have been working on Demon Souls. So if you see...
Didn't you say you hated that game?
I did hate that game. I have been trying to force my way through it, and as I've been forcing my way through it, I've learned to enjoy the pain, which is the first lesson of Demon Souls. I just finished the Temple Knight. I think that's what his name is. It's
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And I've gone through part of the second world. I haven't gotten to a boss in the second world yet, but I have gotten some pretty nice weapons and armor, and have made my life a bit easier.
Cuckoo, or maybe that's a red Kuropeko. Could be either one.
He's making like little ducklings in the.
What sort of class are you going through as?
I'm going through as a barbarian.
Oh.
Actually,
nice choice.
I didn't know. I've been hitting everything with a club, which is probably the worst idea I could possibly do.
Nah, man, that's awesome.
But it's worked out for me so well so far.
This might be a game we might go into at some point. We've been going through a long list of games that we might discuss in the podcast, and I think there's plenty of opportunities to visit other games as well. I think.
Absolutely. I think the fun part about this podcast is it's not like we're limited by anything. I mean, anything that could kind of relate to Monster Hunter in even the most remote regards is game. And I can record anything. I can record basically any video where I have a system that has component out. So we're in good shape.
All right. So there will be another episode next Friday?
Absolutely. I mean, this one might be out a little bit later.
Yeah, because I have to still transfer the footage from the camera onto my computer. But, well, yes, the last episode was also a little bit late, right?
I think this one might be even later than that one.
Oh, wow.
I mean, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Quality takes time.
Yeah, you have to be patient. You can't rush us.
Just like the cuckoo.
Exactly like that.
He'll come again.
Okay, so we wish you good luck, a good hunt, and remember, if you are doing unboxing videos, for the love of God, always wear pants.
What? You weren't wearing pants?
No, I did, and it's good. I must admit that it's a good idea.
You know, I don't think I've ever recorded a podcast with pants on with you guys.
Oh my God!
I don't want to hear that.
Admission.
No.
There.
No.
And I'm not listening. No.
I'm not wearing pants right now.
No.
I have a no pants rule in my house. I'm sorry.
I have a no pants podcast policy.
No pants,
it's like we have an entire chain of ducks right here. I love this.
Oh wow. This could be a game in itself.
I'm gonna keep recording until I get another one. We're keep going till we get another one. Come on.
Okay.
Each one, I'm like holding my breath. I haven't breathed.